Eddie Alvarez, you can just expect the best from him.
I love it. Next bout of the evening in the middleweight division, William Taekwon Symbiote Finley and Connor Brackett. Our second bout of the evening takes place in the middleweight division with two competitors eager to further their names in the karate combat scene. Connor Bracken has turned over all stones in his 4 years of professional fighting, testing himself in pro kickboxing, karate, and bare knuckle boxing. But no moment remains bigger than the Oakland-based Bracken's first-round finish over Dylan O'Sullivan at KC48. A highlight he looks to replicate tonight against a foe he deems more style than substance.
Great, first fight, knocked that dude out pretty quickly. So I think he's probably pretty high on himself right now. I think he's going to come out and try and do that again. I think it's my job to kind of, weather that early onslaught and then, take it my way.
Bracken's opponent, the Taekwon symbiote himself, William Finley, returns following a 22-second stoppage over Elijah Barnes in February of this year. The fearsome Finley barely broke a sweat in his debut, but knows that in order to earn another stoppage tonight, he must break Bracken like a bull.
This fight will be the same as last time. Quick.
Middleweights on deck in our second bout of the evening. William Finley versus Connor Bracken.
Bracken will be coming out first.
It is Connor Bracken.
Connor Bracken making his third karate combat appearance here tonight. 1-1 so far inside the pit. Rubet odds have him as a plus 340 underdog, but this Oakland, California representative has tested all different types of disciplines, going to BKFC, going to pro kickboxing, and now returning, Robin Black, here to karate combat.
He's got the right story, he's labeled it correctly. The Taekwon symbiote is going to be high on himself. He's going to have a lot of confidence, going to have a lot of self-belief. You want to turn that against him and turn it into self-doubt as quickly as possible. That can be done. It's a better story to tell yourself than, this guy's really dangerous. It's like, this guy's overconfident. He's going to be riding high off a quick knockout, and let's give him a reality check. It's a very smart way to approach it.
And we've seen in Marvel Comics many antidotes to the symbiotes in the past, whether it's sound, whether it's fire. Plinio Cruz, there's ways to beat a symbiote.
Hey, there's ways to beat a symbiote. On the Spider-Man, you need to use sound waves. Let's see what kind of wave I'm going to use today.
And I say that with love.
Connor Bracken looking to snap a skid here. Back-to-back losses following his 3-fight streak from November 2021 to July of 2024. In the mentality department, Robin Black, coming up short not once but twice in a row might play in between the ears.
I mean, yes and no. Like life and fighting and all things are challenges, and setbacks can be really valuable. You need setbacks. You need some failures to be able to recalibrate and get the reality of what you're dealing with and what you need to work on. So some people respond to them extraordinarily well in fighting as in life.
Bracken playing to the crowd here in Miami, Florida, not the West Coast, but the best coast. Here's the numbers on Bracken, 1-1 so far in karate combat, 5-2-1 overall as a pro. The Muay Thai specialist holds a height of 6 feet 1 inches tall and a reach of 80 inches.
All right, in the red corner, it is William Taekwon Symbiote Finley.
Born at the turn of the century, William Taekwon Symbiote Finley, coached by the Underground King, the former UFC champion, Eddie Alvarez. We've highlighted just how much that adds to William Finley, but Plinio Cruz having a UFC champ guiding you day in, day out, that's deeply instrumental.
Oh, 100%, because you need somebody that walk the walk to be able to guide your steps. You cannot learn how to swim with a coach that never really swim on a pool before. And I think Eddie's swimming in the deepest water. So
Yeah,
Eddie can't learn swimming from someone who can't swim.
Eddie
I agree with that.
Was swimming with sharks and stingrays and poison and swords, whatever, right? Eddie Alvarez, one of the truly one of the greats. I had a great conversation with him, you know, and he was talking about how giving back is making, you know, the move beyond fighting meaningful for him, right? So he cares about fighters like Finley here, just like yourself, Coach Cruz. I mean, I think you're going to fight again soon, and maybe Eddie will too, for that matter. But it makes life meaningful to give back and train the next.
Right now, I got Coach Poitin.
Yeah,
Man,
right.
I think this kid is great. I saw him fight in the last karate combat. Eddie's doing a fantastic job with him. I'm actually excited to see this fight because yesterday they had a heated face-off at the Waynes. So I think it's going to be really cool this time.
He debuted at KC 59 in February of this year, locked in a 22-second knockout over Elijah Barnes. He is a Taekwondo national champion here inside the States. Looking to remain unbeaten, the Taekwondo symbiote, Will Finley. Here's the numbers on Will Finley, 1-0 in karate combat, 4-0 overall, 25 years young, born and bred inside the United States. He boasts an impressive height of 6 feet 3 inches tall and has a reach of 76 inches.
Yeah, I don't know what leg reach that is, if that's one leg, but the leg reach is wild with this guy.
3 3-minute rounds in the middleweight division.
Fighters, enter the pit.
Finley in the black trunks, Connor Bracken in the white.
Step-in sidekick. Step-in sidekick and tomahawks.
Tonight's action brought to you by Roobet, crypto's fastest growing casino, built for fans who live for the action. Visit roobet.com. A fast start for Finley here, Plinio, as he ties up Connor Bracken.
Very fast start. Let's see how the cardio plays with beautiful knees right now.
The step-in sidekick is a fantastic weapon in Taekwondo and really useful here. But now he's in tight with elbows. This will be all Eddie Alvarez.
The Taekwondo symbiote all over Bracken in the first 30. Giving him no space, no respect at all, Robin.
Bracken might have felt safer in there, but he was in danger there, but a lot more danger out here in the gap.
Head kick blocked. Those shots to the body aren't.
Shots.
Bracken pushing forward despite the damage coming back.
And hitting, oh, there's a spinning elbow by Bracken. He's gonna get roughed up here. Watch for head kicks. If Finley separates, he'll be able to fire a head kick up as Bracken stands.
Bracken holding on to the right leg of Finley, builds up to a clinch. Knee from Connor Bracken, but he has been rendered offenseless so far, Plinio.
I mean, Finley's doing a great job right now. I want to see him disengage. Yes, just like that. Now start kicking him again. Whoa.
Ooh. Spinning wheel kick from the Taekwondo symbiote. The heavy favorite wants to find another big highlight here.
Finley can explore a little bit of the boxing now too. Doesn't have to just do those beautiful kicks. He's doing great, but I think he's, yes, throw some straight shots. Nice.
Two push
there you go.
Big left from Finley.
Finley won.
Wow. Nice elbow.
If Finley separates and throws the head kick on the separation, he's going to knock this guy out. It was something Wonderboy did early in his UFC career. When you've got kicks that can come under the peripheral, you just whip them out on the separation.
Minute left in round number one. Finley goes high. Bracken, to his credit, has blocked all these strikes with the legs upstairs.
Finley's actually starting to slow down. Bracken's observation that he might start to use a lot of energy in those first couple of minutes is somewhat true.
The toughness from the Oakland, California competitor, as he's eaten everything Finley has offered and more.
Ooh, Finley stepping.
Ooh, Taekwondo symbiote on the retreat.
Yeah, and his mouth's open, his eyes are wide open, his hands are low.
Bracken finds knees in the clinch as Finley pushes him onto the pit wall. 30 seconds remains, and Connor Bracken's breathing heavily, Robin, but he's still here.
They're both taking a break there. He didn't have that tight of a hold. Finley's tired too, man.
Big strikes from both as Bracken swings away.
Oh, and look at Finley's hands down low. Finley walking away at the end. He's going to need every second of this minute. Bracken's observation that he would come out confident in what he did before and maybe burn himself out had some truth to it for certain.
And I'm not meaning this disparaging, but he's got some cushion to the midsection to maybe absorb some of those blows, Plinio Cruz.
Yes, but now if I'm Eddie Alvarez now, I'm telling Finley to calm down,
Yes.
slow down, just be picky with your shots. Sometimes fighters have the tendency to start going too much on the first round and they forget the other two more left, you know?
When you have a vision in your mind over and over again for months that you're going to knock this guy out in 30 seconds, 1 minute in the most exciting way possible, and it doesn't happen, you fatigue almost always. You need to be able to visualize the whole distance as well as the knock.
The problem is it doesn't happen because guys just think about knocking somebody out. They don't understand at the highest level. You don't go for a knockout. You build a knockout throughout the fight, and then it happens.
Yeah, and when it doesn't happen, and he's still like starting sprinting at the beginning.
Oh! Bracken drops the symbiote! Connor Bracken defying the odds early in round 2.
Good for you, Bracken. And this experience for Finley, win or lose, is an experience he had to have.
Whoa. William Finley, big spinning strike on the return. Bracken all
Finley's
over
head
him.
He got rocked
high,
again.
chin up high.
What a shocking start to the second frame, Plinio.
Yeah.
Shocking to everybody
seen the
but
fight.
Connor Bracken. And
almost
he's
there.
got him, it's done.
Oh, he's
no,
fucked him.
William Finley
Finley's
finds
gonna
some
stand him up.
separation.
Bracken is
Connor gotta
out
push him.
on his feet, fatigued. If he throws a big kick,
Nice.
Bracken blocks it and pushes back into the pocket.
Bracken is so tired with 2 minutes remaining.
But how recovered is
He's
Finley
done.
as
He's done.
Bracken goes to work?
Bracken is only thinking highlight reel knockout still.
Oh,
even
nice
exhausted.
elbow.
The Taekwondo
Done.
symbiote might be
Cannot
fading.
do it. You can't come back from this.
Finley has no defense on boxing. He gotta keep the hands up.
Connor Bracken fighting for tough here in the second round all over William Finley.
Bracken is tired too. The noodle punches right now because he's so fatigued. But Finley, I don't think can stand when he gets separated here. Let's see.
Conor Bracken is on seek and destroy mode right now.
Bracken is so beat too. This is Dada 5000
He
and
goes
Kimbo.
around the spinning
Like
kick.
they're
Oh.
just beat.
Every time Finley finds his way back up, he throws a big head kick. Bracken's expecting it. The Taekwondo symbiote finding a moment to breathe here as we come to the final minute of what an action-packed second round this has been.
It honestly felt unwinnable for me, for Finley. And then with a minute left, I retract that statement. They're both so tired that it's still...
Oh.
Another left gets through for Bracken.
They're both so tired that it's actually anybody's fight. But
See
every
what I
time
mean?
you do that, you use even more energy.
But see, Robin, that's the beauty of the sport. One punch can change the entire fight.
Finley not moving the chin whatsoever. Bracken feeding knees into the midsection.
Oh, coming over. The ref might stop this.
Ground and pound for Bracken to defy the
Finley's still
odds.
fighting.
20 seconds remaining.
He's gone. Oh!
Connor Bracken
Denzel.
has done it. The Taekwondo symbiote has been extinguished in the second round.
That is an experience he needed to have, and it will make him better. But Connor Bracken today did what he said, and he said what he did.
What an unexpected result. You play the eye test and you'd think that Finley would probably walk through Bracken all day, but this Oakland representative knows that the fighting spirit he has was just a cut above. Here's a look at the finishing sequence. Hellacious ground and pound, Robin Black.
Yes, and both fatigued, but one man with a little more. And when Finley got hurt bad, he converted to a classical martial artist. He forgot how to box, forgot how to tuck his chin, all the basics, because he was overwhelmed and exhausted
To be
and
honest
hurt.
with you, besides the fatigue, I don't think Finley actually ever recover from the first knockdown.
Yeah, I agree. And the mindset he came in with was, I'm going to knock him out spectacularly. And when that doesn't happen, your brain starts floundering for answers.
Conor Bracken taking out a USA Taekwondo national champion, an Olympic-style Taekwondo practitioner, and flipping the Tommy guns after a defying the odds stoppage in the second round. Unexpected, but as action-oriented as advertised. And Robin Black brought it up plenty. I want to highlight it again. It's that mentality. Conor Bracken, at no point in this fight, believed he was going to lose.
Brother, sometimes it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And Conor Brack have a lot of fight in the heart, man.
I love it. Well, let's make that upset official and send it inside to the pit.
By TKO in round 2 at 247, Conor Bracken.
Thank you for a great fight, gentlemen. Thank you for a great fight. Conor Bracken, odds makers, people on the internet, haters, they didn't expect this to happen, but we saw you.
I am that motherfucker. You guys keep putting me on the blue corner, B-side. I'm nobody's fucking B-side. I'm the A-side in this motherfucker. I'm gonna be Karate Combat champion.
Dude, when you came out, you said that the mindset would be the key, that if he believes he's gonna walk through you, you're gonna teach him a different way and win it, and that's exactly what you did.
That's right, I'm unbreakable. You line up 10 of those Taekwondo dorks in front of me, I'm doing the same fucking thing over and over again.
That man will thank you for this fight one day because it's an experience he needed to have.
He's really fucking good. That was a tough fight for me. I'm pretty sure he broke my arm.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic fight between both of you. That's an experience that's going to make you a better fighter for sure. Thank you guys both for a wonderful fight. Let's hear from both of them. And your winner, Conor Bracken.
What a victory for Conor Bracken, defying the odds with a massive upset in our second bout of the evening. Calling everyone Taekwondo dorks, Plinio Cruz.
Hey, he came here for the reason, not the season.
Either way, a star is born in Bracken, and you know, if you want to earn another trip back inside the pit, that's exactly how you do it. Here's a couple looks at that replay one more time. The Taekwondo symbiote did not have enough for Bracken. The finishing sequence, a plethora of right hands as Bracken was grabbing onto the waist and torquing his right hand into it, Plinio.
And you cannot even say there was actually a late stoppage. I know he took some punishment, but Finley was still kind of trying to fight, but look at those shots.
This is one of those replays that tells you nothing about the truth of this fight. This fight was every second, every moment, the mental battle between these two, the battle that was going on inside their bodies as they were burning each other from the inside, exhaustion, fatigues, mental stress. It was all there. It was a beautiful fight, wonderful win.
A lot of tension and action-packed nature in that one. We head down to the featherweight division for our next bout of the evening between two fan favorites in Daniel Lacerda and Andre Ewell, UFC veterans that are now making a name inside the pit, Robin Black.
Hey, man, put them together and let them do it.
I love it. Can't wait for that one coming up next. Tonight's action is brought to you by Roobet, crypto's fastest growing casino, built for fans who live for the action. Visit Roobet.com.
Don't just watch the match. Be a part of the action.
folks, welcome back inside Box Studios here for KC62. Like we alluded to, this featherweight showdown between Andre Ewell and Daniel Lacerda does have some big implications, Robin Black. Ewell, fresh off of a fight with Shazai Barin, now has an opportunity to bounce back into the win column and prove that he's still cut from that elite cloth.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys who's just hard to understand when you're in there fighting. He's speaking a different language, and and it's a language with a lot of swear words in it. You know, a lot of high impact stuff. This is going to be a really fun fight. It's going to be one of those fights that you just enjoy the artistry and you enjoy the violence.
Miyoho Daniel Lacerda, which I believe translates to ramen. Is that correct?
We pronounce miojo, and this kid just showed what Brazil is, what Brazil fighting is, and that grind. At one point of his career, he lived in a gym, and they call him miojo because it's the word for ramen noodles in Portuguese. And the only thing that he had to eat that he could afford because it's cheap was ramen noodles. And it's just very cool to see a kid that came from the trenches of Brazil like that, living in a gym, trying to fight on a sport is about all being a high-performance athlete and just eating ramen noodles. And now he's here in the United States of America, in Miami, fighting a karate combat.
And these fighters tonight are not just vying for victories inside the pit. Robin Black, they're trying to get that main character bonus, $25,000. What a hefty prize that would be.
Hey, man, when you're a prize fighter, there's a lot of reasons to fight, to prove something, to learn something about yourself. But prize fighting is a big part of it. And, man, $25,000 on a Friday night in Miami is a pretty nice thing.
That 25 grand is either a lot of ramen or it could go away quite quickly,
hey, 25 stacks, you can get ramen noodles for life, bro.
Yeah. I love it. Featherweight showdown on deck between Andre, the People's Champ Ewell, and Daniel Miyoho Lacerda. Midway through our main card is a featherweight clash between a pair. Brazil's Miyoho Daniel Lacerda has won 4 of his last 5 outings and storms into tonight's clash with a statement to make. With a memorable KO of Anvar Boynazorov in his debut at KC56, Lacerda is a kill-or-be-killed fighter.
I think this fight is going to be maybe the fight of the night. If he stops my front, I think he knows he's going to die. I have a power in my hands, and he need to move a lot, because if he stops, I'm going to finish the fight in the 1 second, 1 punch. It's the best style, Miyojo style, TKO all the time.
Across the pit from ramen noodles stands the most recent opponent of the KC featherweight kingpin, the People's Champ Andre Ewell. The smash food specialist stepped up on no notice up a weight class in a non-title bout against Shazai Barin.
My opponent, Daniel, I know about him, he's excited. That dude brings the funk, and I'm over here ready to basically run the streets like Bobby Brown and Uncle Luke and take over this piece, you feel me? So yeah.
Featherweights face off in our 3rd frame of action this evening. Daniel Miyoho Lacerda and Andre, the People's Champ Ewell.
All right, in the blue corner, Daniel Miyoho Lacerda.
30 years old for Daniel Lacerda, 6-time UFC veteran, 14 pro mixed martial arts finishes. He blasted into karate combat with a big first-round stoppage over Anvar Boynazorov at KC56 in April of 2025. Since then, has strung together several victories on the regional MMA scene. Lacerda, an action-packed guy, Robin Black.
Yeah, he sure is. Andre Ewell referred to him as having a little funk, right? But this can be funk-on-funk crime, this one, because both of these guys kind of innovate and improvise in real time, right? Funk-on-funk.
Winner of 3 in his last 4, all finishes. Plinio Cruz, in terms of Lacerda reinventing himself in real time, this does not feel like the same guy that competed in the UFC. This feels like a refined version of Daniel Lacerda.
Yeah, man, sometimes coming back from the big leagues, the best thing that happened to you, like we talk about St. Albert for an example, sometimes you have like your 2nd win in a career, you're able to see what you did right, what you did wrong over there, and then just polish and become a better fighter.
Daniel Lacerda, his sophomore karate combat appearance. We'll see if these first round stoppage ways continue. Really making his way around the pit. Here's the numbers on him. Lacerda, 1-0 so far in karate combat, 13-7 overall as a pro. The Brazilian boasts a reach of 68 inches and stands at a 5 feet 9 inches tall.
And in the red corner, we got ourselves Andre, the People's Champ Ewell.
The People's Champ Andre Ewell saved Karate Combat 61 in May of this year, stepped up in a non-title bout against Shazai Brand, up a weight class, no notice against that opponent, and did all he could, Robin Black.
Yeah, he did. He's tough to hit. He's tough to read, he's tough to interpret, and when he comes at you and he's fully committed, he's tough to take his shots too. That was a big night for him. He did very well. He managed that fight extraordinarily well for such a short time, and tonight he's fully prepared, he understands the task, and this is a really fun contest.
All of his karate combat bouts have been stoppages, either for him or against him. Plenio, he has no interest in going to the scorecards.
Nah, man, this guy fights, he fights good. UFC veteran, beat number round. Man, and the last time that he fought Shazab, we gotta be honest too, he found out that he was fighting Shazab in one night. Even though that he was ready to fight karate combat, but he was not big enough, he was not ready for the weight class, he still stepped up to the challenge and fought.
9-time UFC veteran in his own right, took on Charles Jourdain, Julio Arce, beat former UFC champ Henan Barao in his debut, has also taken on Wilson Hayes, Patchy Mix on the regional scene. In terms of strength of schedule, Andre Ewell has been there and done that against the top of the top, Robin.
That is for sure.
I said, are you ready?
All right, here's the numbers on Andre Ewell, 38 years young, 1-2 in his 3 bouts, trying to find his second karate combat victory, 18-10 overall, stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall with a 71-inch reach.
Fighters, enter the pit.
Three 3-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Roobet. Tonight's action brought to you by Roobet, crypto's fastest growing casino, built for fans who live for the action like Andre Ewell.
Whoa. It's a storm.
A frenetic start for the People's Champ, who comes in looking to prove a point.
A hurricane of bones and flesh.
Oh! Andre Ewell shuts up Lacerda.
I would like to see the replay. I really believe it was a headbutt.
Yeah, it looked like it
was a
head
headbutt.
to chin. Yeah, we're going to take a look
we'll
at
take
that.
A look at the replay.
I thought it was too, Coach.
It was a headbutt.
Let's take a look. With the angle we were from, we saw the head snap back as Ewell is storming in. Doesn't mean there wasn't an uppercut or an elbow in there, so we're going to get a clean look at it. But from our perspective,
I saw in front of my eyes, it looked like it was a headbutt. I want to see on the replay.
I saw the same, but we're sitting next to each other from a different angle. Maybe.
Yes, you never know. That's why I want to see the replay.
Daniel Lacerda on his feet, now taking a seat. Andre Ewell came out fighting 1,000 miles an hour, poured a barrage of strikes onto Daniel Lacerda. Here's a look at the finishing sequence.
See, that was
it appeared to be a left hand that got through.
The left hits and then the head hits. We need a different angle if one exists. Watch. No, the left jacked the jaw before the head hits. It's a shovel left hand. Okay, watch again. Okay, there's the head. There's the left hand, and there's the head impact.
Well, it was a punch before that, so it's kind of hard to tell which one dropped him, but he did got clipped.
Yeah, the left hand actually storming in jacks the jaw, and the way the jaw hit, it's certainly possible that the coup contre coup injury had him out there, right? But then the heads collide after, so it's really difficult. You're right. But we were right. The heads hit, but from our angle.
Definitely play a part on that. I just don't know how hard rock he was. He did took a punch before, so it's hard to tell.
Well, let's send it inside and find the official decision in this featherweight showdown between Andre Ewell.
I'm going to go in and talk with them after.
Props for you, because you know what? He came in hot for that fight. He threw some heavy punches. He stormed it out.
TKO, red corner, Andre, the People's Champion. Well,
it will go down as a victory for Andre Ewell. Now the People's Champ meets with Robin Black.
Andre Ewell, man, you came out like a hurricane of bones and flesh and knuckles and elbows. Was that the intent to just overwhelm him at the beginning, or were you just living in the moment? What was that?
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. It was a DNA, do nothing average. That's what it was. So in reality, what ended up happening, you know, last performance that I had with the 55 champ, you know, I had to end up doing something different this time, and it was pushed forward.
Man, it was awesome. Take a look at this. Look, there's a left hand. Now, just at the end, from one angle, people thought that it was a headbutt. Even Jorge Masvidal was like, was that the head? But from that angle, you see it's a left hook, and you got him right. See, it appears like a headbutt, but the left hook had him out, I believe.
What'd they say? It's that hand right there.
Let's look at it one more time if we can, team. Watch the other angle. You'll see the scoop, little scoop inside left hook hits him. Watch it.
Oh, yeah. It's the left hand.
Bink.
Oh, I like how we say bink. I like that.
And he's down, actually. And even when your head collided, it just hit the neck.
So, you know, it's just like I sit there and stated, I needed something to show you guys something different. Today, I went back to my old style, and my old style was, you know, double-edged swords. Go forward, or go first, you know? For every round, done like the first round. So, again, do nothing average.
Do nothing average. Congratulations. Your winner, clean knockout left hand, Andre Ewell.
Nothing average, just explosive and extraordinary. The People's Champ, Andre Ewell, bounces back from his setback to Shazai Brind in probably the best way he could, Plinio.
Hey, man, bounce back. And to be honest, I take back that I said there was a headbutt. It was nice and clean and a great performance and display from this guy. What a great way to come back from the last fight, Shazai.
It was hard to see, right, because they're directly in front of us, but that left hand sneaks through and then the head sort of carries into the neck. So I believe we can call that a clean KO,
and
Robin.
for the record, Jorge Masvidal didn't think it was a headbutt. he just told me.
Look, if Jorge Masvidal says so, then it must
listen,
be.
man, if somebody knows how to fight, it's Jorge Masvidal. Like, he knows what's up. But yeah, the little scoop left hook jacked the jaw, and then but from our angle, we saw.
It looked like because we couldn't see the punch was right behind. He had his back turned towards us. For me, it was a headbutt, but then I saw there was not.
And you know, it's a really good lesson for us all, coaches, refs, commentators, and every person watching at home. Each angle gives you different information. It isn't just what's happening; it's the perspective through the senses that discern it, right?
Amen. And
one thing we were saying while you were coming back, Robin, was this was such a necessary result for Andre Ewell following that defeat to Shazai Brind. That's the message that the People's Champ has been trying to send to the featherweights.
Yeah, good for him. He's an extremely likable guy, an extremely gifted athlete, and a great artist. And it's beautiful that we were able to see it and give him the clean win that he earned.
What a fantastic bout for Andre Ewell. Tonight's action is brought to you by Roobet, crypto's fastest growing casino, built for fans who live for the action. Visit roobet.com.
Be a part of the action.
Folks, welcome back to Bonk Studios here in Miami, Florida. Karate Combat 62 rolls on. 3 more bouts of action in front of us. 2 title fights in our co-main and main event. Ben DeBane Davis alongside Robin Black and Plinio Cruz, one of the greatest coaches in mixed martial arts. And this next one is a truly fantastic one. Jordan Luderbach takes on Charles the Bull Deca. Robin Black, this is exactly what fans have wanted to see.
Yes, and just let me give you a quick correction. One of the greatest humans in mixed martial arts, right?
Shama.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, Luderbach freezes people unconscious. He hits them and they freeze. He's done it more than a couple times. His hits, he strikes with such impact that he shocks the nervous system of other people. And he's in here against a guy just as dangerous as him, a really tough test for him. What a killer. When it just comes to the purity of the performances tonight, this is as great a fight card as you're ever going to see, and it's just going to continue for these last three.
Two bulls taking each other on in this next one at welterweight. Jolton Luderbach takes on Charles the Bull Deca. Featured fight of the evening takes place in the welterweight division with one of the most tenured Brazilians on the scene and a local underdog hungry to make a name for himself. The Bull, Charles Deca, stampedes into his karate combat debut with an 8-fight background where no match was an easy one.
PFL in 2021, and I was able to see what he brought to the table, skills-wise. Thought is that he comes in straightforward, and he can get caught a lot, and then he's on the run, he's on his back foot the rest of the time as soon as he feels that pressure.
Aiming to be the matador tonight is a man whose return to the pit has been long awaited. Jolton Luderbach's pair of first-round knockouts in 2024 seemed to signal a deep run in the welterweight division, but Luderbach's focus on the other areas of his career have kept him out of the pit, and it's built a demand to see the Brazilian back again.
So I watched some fight from my opponent, you know. I saw he's a wrestler, but he did some Muay Thai fights. And then, so he's a tough guy. But normally he fight lightweight. I think it's the second fight that's gonna fight a welterweight. But, you know, I just watch some fights, you know. I don't stress myself.
A welterweight showdown to set the stage for our co-main and main events. The Bull, Charles Deca versus Jolton Luderbach.
All right, here we go. All right, in the blue corner, it is Charles the Bull Deca.
32 years young, fighting out of Miami, Florida, training at American top team. The Bull, Charles Deca, makes the KC debut tonight. He's never been finished, has won 2 of his 4 victories by way of TKO. And Robin Black, he's going to need that finishing spirit here tonight.
Yeah, and it's interesting, you know, he's a bull, he's aggressive, a lot of forward motion. Feet moving, propelling him forward behind his punches. That's a tough way to fight a guy like Luderbach. But you've got to go with what works for you. You've got to be authentic to your own identity, and this is how this guy fights.
Fought on PFL's Challenger Series, did bare knuckle mixed martial arts in 2021. So, Plinio Cruz, he's got a healthy spectrum of experience.
No, he does have it. I want to see also that bare knuckle experience. The guy fought big guys, the guy fought tough guys. Does have a heavy test ahead of himself fighting Sub-Zero, but I want to see the dog in this guy in this fight.
Here's the numbers on the Bull. Charles Deca making the KC debut, but boasts a pro record of 5-3, stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall, and has a reach of 70 inches.
And here we go in the red corner. It's Jolton Luderbach.
A man with over 70 fights in his career, a record of 41-11 in mixed martial arts. He has appeared in PFL, KSW, Octagon Mixed Martial Arts, was on The Ultimate Fighter Brazil back in the day, and now making his 3rd karate combat appearance, Robin.
Yeah, you know, God, he is such a dangerous guy. Very comfortable in combat. It's what he lives. You were talking about how he had stepped away briefly and done other things in the field. I was commentating Hype Brazil and in Toronto remotely, and he was the ring announcer at the time, wearing a nice suit, looking handsome, and not fighting. But this is where he's most comfortable, is in the middle of a fist fight in a ring or a pit or a cage or anywhere on planet.
Jolton Luderbach sporting the Sub-Zero attire, unbeaten here in karate combat. The 33-year-old has a pro record of 44-11, standing at 6 feet, 0 inches tall, and carries a reach of 74 inches.
I said, are you ready, Miami?
Jonathan has height and reach advantage. He's going to have the ability to move in and out with his feet. So Decca's going to have to get to him. He's going to have to bull him. It's what he is, and he's got to fight his way.
And not only that, man, the extensive resume of experience that these guys have, we can also not forget to mention that besides karate combat, he's used to compete at the highest level kickboxing for the glory before.
All of it.
3 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Jolton Luderbach still sporting the Sub-Zero trunks. Big left on Decca instantly.
Just relaxed when he threw it. That's why he's able to generate so much energy, because he's so relaxed when he launches.
A piston of a jab colliding early with Decca's jaw.
For true impact, it's a 3-step process. Tension, relaxation, and tension again. You're relaxed in the middle of the punch, and this guy is truly that.
Looks like they are going to remove the Sub-Zero trunks, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I like those.
Cool.
They look good on him.
Well, they should let it fly, man.
I think he had intended to take him off and just didn't get around to it.
You know, this is some veteran savviness to buy him a little bit of a break, but he will be abandoning the icy aspects of his arsenal.
Yeah, but boo.
Gives Decca a chance to breathe.
Coach Cruz boos the decision.
I mean, we've got the main character bonus.
Bro.
Yeah. There's those whipping, flicking punches from Jolton.
To see how Jolton is very precise.
Yes.
You can see on his eyes that he's scanning everything before he does.
Ooh. Big left from Decca gets through.
Yeah, overhand left.
Jolton Luderbach keeps that chin planted, Robin Black.
And the hands low, he wants you to attack, right? He wants you to attack him.
Jolton is calm because the only way, like I say, you can see on his eyes that he's always scanning, always thinking about everything. And the only way for you to be this cold and to be able to perform this way with the amount of fights that he has with that experience.
Yeah. That your heart rate really doesn't go up, you know?
Luderbach, despite the 70 fights in his career, only 33 years young.
He threw the knee up the middle and slipped from it. It's a good moment for Charles Decca. If he can swing the feet across and punch, but he's dealing with a guy with a lot of mixed martial arts experience. It's hard to get past that open guard.
Looks like Luderbach trying to throw up a submission.
It's not the craziest thing. You're not allowed to submit, but to lock him in a stressful environment.
That's actually the smartest thing that I see, because he locks the submission, the referee stops because he's scared of he's going to get hurt and just bring it upstairs.
Yeah, and it just locks him up. Right?
That's the turn into a strategy from now on.
So 60 seconds remain in round one. Luderbach loves the left.
Look how low it is. It's low and it comes from beneath your peripheral vision, right? So it flicks up, you don't see it. Comes from a weird angle, from underneath, and then it touches you.
It's hard for Decca because he have to get in with the height difference over there. He got to start going for the body, going for the head. He can't stay too far. That's where he got to fight.
He got exactly what you asked for, Coach.
Decca really fighting uphill here with a height and reach disadvantage. Robin, how could he maybe try and close these physical disadvantages?
It's tough. You got to make Jolton miss and go in under as he's retracting. You got to go in and chase it in with punches.
Flying knee from Luderbach partially gets through. Final 10 of round number one.
The other choice is you go third. You go first to draw a second counter, and then you make it miss, and you go third.
The way to get in over there for this kid, he's going to have to use heavy shots. So Ailton is concerned of getting hurt with those shots. And then when he creates that awareness, he got to start using feints. From those feints, he step closer.
You know, if you asked Charles Decca yesterday, and told him, okay, you're going into round 2. Maybe you didn't win it, but you're not hurt.
Wow,
You've landed some clean shots like that, and you're in the game. You'd be happy with that.
100%.
Yeah, he's going. Whether he wins the round or not, he's going into round 2 with winning conditions.
There are aspects of success in the first 3 minutes for the bull, Charles Deca. In terms of cardio and expending energy, doesn't really feel like either has dipped too far into the tank, Robin.
So many reasons, like Coach Cruz said, when you're experienced like that, his heart rate doesn't go up, cortisol doesn't flood in his body, he's not breathing hard, and he's able to throw with a relaxed nature, so he doesn't get tired. There's so many reasons Joyleton's skills just all work together at this stage.
Round 2 in our featured welterweight clash. Luderbach highlighted what a victory would mean and what that would say to Oussama Assli, the welterweight champ who fights next.
Oh, I'd love to see those two fight.
There's some rumors maybe of a Morocco trip.
Oh, there's a left hook. Yeah, if they both win, and those are 2 ifs, put them together in Morocco.
Nice elbow.
Elbow from Luderbach gets through.
Yeah, that was literally the opposite of a knee.
It's Box Studios, man. Robin. Yeah. Sometimes left is right.
That's something cut over there.
Yeah. Charles Deca is busted open. Yeah. Huge laceration on the right side of his head.
Probably that knee, elbow that he landed. It's in the hairline. It's not in the eyes. It's dripping down the collarbone. And Deca's landing some left hands.
He is, and he's not getting hit with nothing clean. If you see when Jailton throws something, he pulls the guard back and throw a hook back at him or something like that. And he's working.
Almost feels like the blood has brought the fight out of the bull. Charles Deca swings with a looping left.
There's another. Is that a knee or an elbow bend? A spinning back fist.
And smart from Luderbach. Misses the first, connects on the second. Deca with a big right on Jordan.
I don't know what the cut is in the hairline, but it sure is leaking plasma.
Deca connects with the left. Luderbach increasing the violence with each blow.
Yeah, and blood is nothing to him. He's been in more elbows now in tight. If this man's going to come in close, he's going to carve him up with his elbows. And he's doing it.
Plinio for Charles Deca, so much adversity as we come to the final minute of round number 2. Lands a nice left there.
Yeah,
what does he need to start doing more?
I think Deca just got to keep doing what he's doing right now, to be honest. He's going from the body, going upstairs for the head. I think he's having his best moments on the fights. Besides that cut, can probably cause some issues for him.
Joyleton, I think, has cut him multiple times now, and he goes to the liver with the everything's an elbow tonight.
Every time Deca comes in for the body shot, Jailton throws an elbow on top of his head.
Yeah, catches him tight. He's ripped him up. It's going to be a lot of stitches and staples in this man, win or lose.
30 seconds left in round 2. Luderbach pulling away in this frame. Huge left. Gets the bull moving to the left.
More elbows. He was keeping him at distance, and he couldn't really keep him there because the bull was bulling, just smashing his way in. So instead, he changed the range of weaponry. Now he's carving his face with his elbows, and that bend was a knee.
Short strikes from Luderbach. Deca on the pit wall evades. But this is going from bad to worse for the bull, Charles Deca.
Yeah, but his facial expressions aren't selling us that. He doesn't seem to mind this chaos.
Third frame up next, and Jordan Luderbach being more selective with every sequence. Robin Black, the elbows appearing in round 2 were his most effective strike.
Fighting happens in rhythms, it happens in cadence, it happens in ranges, right? All simultaneously. People talk about range management or breaking rhythms. It's all happening at one time. It's all happening like a fluid blend, a stew of all these things. So when the rhythm started coming and he started crashing the range, he changed the weaponry and he ran him onto his elbows over and over again, carving this kid's face up. And it's equal parts elegance and vulgarity.
I think we saw so far right now that Jailton now was able to time him when Deca goes for the body shot and throws the elbow. I would like to see Jailton right now sometimes switch from instead of elbow, start putting knees too.
Third round for Jordan Luderbach and Charles Deca. And you got to love Jolton's creativity, right? With all this success, he just seems to get more free with his strikes.
That time he just tucked it under the rib cage on the liver side. Now the head kick off the guard. There's a straight left.
An explosion of sweat off the dome from Deca. Clinch from Charles Deca.
Deca is rugged, he's gritty, and he's tough, and he's still there, man. The knees are down. The ref can just stand him up right now with the knees on the ground. That is a clear rule.
Some short rights on the outside of Luderbach. Nothing significant from Deca. But maybe that's an avenue to victory, right? Yeah. Clinching, grappling, throwing Jolton onto the canvas.
I mean, the first key for Deca is stay in the fight. He's accomplished that, right? He's still here. And he's still here with the chance to win this fight. Oh, that's a rough one. Knee to the sternum.
And an elbow as Deca was coming down.
Oof, left hook. That is starting to swell every part of his face now as it's bloodied from the hairline and multiple cuts, no doubt.
Plinio, if you are a level above like Luderbach is right now and you want to send a message to the welterweight champ, is this time for Luderbach to kick into a different gear, find that finish?
It's kind of hard to find that finish from there, what he's doing right now, because he's kind of doing what he's supposed to do. They start going from bottom up. You know what I mean? He's kind of late on the fight for it to start exploring leg kicks. He's going to just try to find a heavy shot to knock him out.
Jolton Luderbach has DM'd me on Instagram multiple times asking to fight me. And Robin, after this performance, I really do not want to see him inside a competitive setting. Not that I did before.
Why on earth would he want to butcher you like that? He's such a good guy.
I know. I thought we were chill. And talking about chill, Luderbach.
Do you know what this guy would do to you?
He'd kill me.
He's almost killed this man. That's it.
Luderbach flying knee on Deca.
Turning side kick to the body, flying knee to the head, and Deca still surviving. Deca is...
Be ready for another flying knee soon.
The bull made of titanium.
The ref gives Luderbach another clean stand-up, earned and deserved. There's another elbow to the bridge. Knees again now. Slicing, more slicing. Death from below. Turning side kick to the body. What is this guy made of?
Deca trying to remain conscious. 15 seconds to go. Luderbach spins and connects with the liver.
Deca is the toughest that we've seen in a long time.
Joilton elbows like he jabs.
Built like leather, Charles Deca survives to the end of the third round. Jolton Luderbach poured it all on, couldn't stop the bull, but certainly outclassed him.
He just told me that he broke his hand.
Luderbach saying he broke his hand.
That's why he was elbowing.
To the elbows. Wow. Makes sense. I mean, the elbows were working, brother. So if that's his second choice.
Which hand? Is it both hands?
Right hand.
Wow, he broke him in Russia. He came here with a broken hand to fight. What a warrior.
Jolton Luderbach pulling out never a thought in the brain.
KC62 Miami, what a fight.
The elbows, though, if that is your second choice, yikes.
And the thing is, he came in here with only the second choice because he broke his hand before.
Don't tell the doctors that.
Right?
I guess it's okay now because we're here. Amazing.
What durability from Charles Deca to come in here, take on someone with the experience of Jolton Luderbach and survive to the end of the third. Take everything that Luderbach had to give.
Unreal. I'm going to go in and talk to these boys.
At Plinio Cruz, we talked about this. Jolton Luderbach was saying all week long he wants Oussama Assli next. With a performance like that, I'd say it's hard to keep him away from a title shot.
I think the fight that everybody want to see. I want to see the Brazil versus Morocco on the pit.
Charles Deca wearing the juice on those white legs. But he certainly made a fan of me just for the fighting spirit and willpower. All right, tallying the scorecards, no problem in this one. Let's send it inside and find the official decision.
Winner by unanimous decision, Jolton Luderbach.
No surprise there, as Joel Luderpak wins by unanimous decision, and now he speaks with Robin Black.
Hey, thank you for that. That was an incredible show of heart. Incredible. Thank you for that. Let's hear it for both these two fighters. Jonathan, who is this young man? Who is this? It looks like a crime scene in here, doesn't it? See, it does. Hey, man, you came in here. How is this? This weapon is compromised, correct?
Yeah, I took the fight in Karate Combat 4 weeks ago. And 3 weeks ago, I broke my right hand on the bare knuckle fight. And then I was supposed to do surgery 1 week ago. But, you know, I signed a contract with Karate. I gave my word. That's why I come here to fight. Only with the elbow.
Those elbows carved that man's face up. He's going to look different for the rest of his life. It looked like a strategy, but it was what you had to do.
I didn't train the elbow, you know. My strategy for the fight, just keep the jab, maybe calf kick. But, you know, every time I feel like, okay, he's coming because it's small, I can give the right hand. But my right hand still broke. That's why I start to create something different. Okay, I start to create jab and elbow and knee. And then, but I was a little bit nervous and with a little bit of stress because my right hand is very bad when you fight with stress, you know. And I don't want to get injured again.
Is that hand going to be good enough to fight for the title? Should this man defend his title tonight, maybe in Europe?
So tomorrow I'm going to do a picture for my hand because the doctor told me that maybe come back my hand without surgery, you know. If I do the surgery, maybe I have to be like 3 months with the iron. But if not, you know, I want to fight for the title. The people know the Brazilian Sub-Zero have to fight for the title.
Yes, sir. Hey, congratulations. Your dad looked amazing tonight. This man looked amazing. Congratulations to you both. Congratulations. Your winner, the Brazilian Sub-Zero and Little Sub-Zero, Jonathan Luterbach.
Jolton Luterbach gets it done with a busted appendage, a fantastic highlight and display of his offensive prowess, relying upon the elbows to tear apart a very game and durable Charles the Bull Deca. He highlights he wants Oussama Assli next, a welterweight showdown, assuming Assli retains in the co-main event. Would be a very fun one, Plinio.
I would love to see that. Oussama is great. I actually have his brother training my academy, so I know this guy's kickboxing background is very good. And nothing better than a great challenge if he's able to win here to fight Joe Hilton, a guy that fought everybody and everywhere, every show. So I think it would be very nice to watch this fight because of the level of experience that these guys have. See who's the best in there.
How much more impressive was that performance given the busted right hand of Luterbach?
It's psychologically crazy, but once you decide you're going to go in, it's not an excuse ever again. You walk in with the truth of it as what it is, and you march in. It's not easy. It's easier for a guy with that level of experience, but even still, it's a crazy thing to do. You start with 8 weapons. He's only now got 7, and one of his strongest weapons is taken out. The damage, the pain, the throbbing, the distraction, it's a lot.
Brother, I broke my both hands already when I was a fighter. Different fight. Breaking during the fight is already hard, even though they have the adrenaline level to push through. But when you have a broken hand before the fight and to be able to train and also come to the fight concerned that you have a missing weapon on your arsenal, it's very hard.
Yeah, and like you said, when you broke your hands, the adrenaline and the adaptation, you're already in it, right? But on the way in, it's throbbing at different times when you're working out and trying to sleep and everything. It's a lot. It's a lot. An incredible performance by an incredible martial artist.
Well, talking about throbbing, tonight's fight's brought to you by Roobet, crypto's fastest growing casino built for fans who live for the action. Visit roobet.com.
Be a part of the action.
Karate was the biggest martial arts in the world. We all did it. Now karate has become illegitimate. People don't believe in us. What happened? Karate needs a rebellion.
We are back. Not only one, but two title matches for you. Are you ready? I need the blood!
You're seeing it right here. This is a revolution. Overtime is gonna hurt. First round finish again.
We will see you next time. Folks, welcome back inside Bonk Studios for KC62. Alvi versus Hall in the main event, but coming up next, the welterweight title fight between Morocco's Oussama Assli and Brazil's Lucas Martins. This one's such a fantastic one. Will the reign of Oussama Assli begin, or is it Lucas Martins' time to take over?
Martins is a tough one, Coach. It's a tough one for him.
Brother Lucas Martins, I know him. Has Brazilian as he gets, competed in the UFC, had the Brave belt, competed everywhere for bare knuckle, for boxing, pro boxing, influencer boxing, kickboxing, any type of combat sports that you can imagine that's in a professional level. Lucas Martins competed at the highest level.
Martins never said no. Oussama Assli, perfect 5-0 start to karate combat and clinching that welterweight throne, but Robin Black defending it. Starting your legacy is a whole other story.
All his minutes have shown what he's capable of. Even when he's having a tough minute, he has the ability to come back. He never loses the self-belief. He's going to need all of that tonight. Toughest test by far. Can he pass it? Can he win? Can he be victorious? Can he finish Martins? He can, but he's got to be at his best.
I love it. Co-main event on deck. Oussama Assli defends the welterweight title against Brazil's Lucas Martins.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Oussama Assli, welterweight champion of the world. Later on when I finished Mourinho, I don't know much about my opponents. My coach goes like, do you know the guy you beat in 12 seconds? He showed me some of his knockout. The guy is an absolute savage. It took me 12 seconds to finish him. James Honey was so professional. He's going to be remembered as one of my toughest opponents so far.
Primeiro round com muita trocação e no segundo round acabou entrando uns golpes ilegais na minha nuca que eu não consegui voltar e sair com a vitória. Me sinto muito feliz e motivado. Eu já fiz muita coisa na minha carreira, sou um grande atleta, tenho uma grande equipe no Brasil e vim para cá fazer o Common Event do Karate Combat, disputar o título, mostra que eu sempre vim para cá lutar com a elite do mundo. A luta, eu acho que não vai durar os 5 rounds da luta pela disputa do título. Eu estou pronto para fazer o meu jogo, como eu fiz no MMA sempre, andar para frente, colocar as mãos, os chutes e procurar o nocaute o tempo inteiro.
I had the best combat I've ever had. I will be done in less than 2 rounds.
In the blue corner, we got ourselves Lucas Martins.
The battle-tested Brazilian Lucas Martins, 37 years young. The Rubet odds have him as a plus 250 underdog, but Martins believes in himself that he's going to walk away with that welterweight championship. His second karate combat appearance, the first Robin Black, is a disqualification win over the current middleweight champion, Ilyas Hamzin. So down a weight class, more natural territory. Martins believes this is where he'll shine.
And I believe he will too. And I'm surprised the Rubet odds actually have him as the underdog. He's the more experienced guy. He's just going to be able to handle the fire of the young Oussama Assli. Assli's going to have to push himself to his limits, and he's going to have to test himself, and he's going to have to overcome some things in this fight. And it's a great one, man. It's a great one.
Here's the numbers on the challenger, Lucas Martins, 37 years young, unbeaten in karate combat at 1-0 as a professional, 22-7. Muay Thai is the style for the 6-foot-tall competitor, and he boasts a reach of 72 inches.
All right, in the red corner, Oussama Assli.
Greatness never comes easy. Assli's built himself from the bottom to the top of karate combat, and now intends to stay there. Winning belts is one thing, defending them is another. The target that Oussama Assli once chased is now firmly planted on his back. And while the crown rests his head and it's heavy, it begins to drag down the best until everything falls apart, Robin.
Ooh, Morocco has produced some brilliant martial arts combat sports champions. And this man wants to go down as one of the greatest. It's a great start. It's a brilliant start for him as a young, undefeated karate combat champion. But Coach Cruz, this is a tough fight.
It is a tough fight. I think both are in for a tough fight. I'm really excited to see Oussama. Like you just mentioned about Morocco, have Badr Hari, have such extensive background of great kickboxers.
Yes.
So like you say, I think he's trying to live up to the hype of representing the great nation of Morocco in kickboxing.
Robin, the differences between a contender with something to prove and a champion with a title to retain, mentally, psychologically, that is a massive difference.
Yeah, you have to acknowledge the truth of it, right? A combat sports psychologist, a performance psychologist will tell you the assignment is the same. It's just a body type and a collection of skills. When you fight, there's no belts, there's no titles, there's none of that. And that's great in theory, but the truth is the truth. You must go in here and defend it, and you want to fight to your strengths, not protect anything. You didn't win this by protecting things. You won this by going after things, and that's how this man has to fight.
Here's the numbers on the champion, Oussama Assli, 24 years young, perfect at 5-0 in karate combat, 20-2 overall. The pride of Morocco seeking to establish a reign here tonight in Miami.
Ooh, it's a tense one.
Some electricity in the air for our co-main event.
Fighters, enter the pit.
5 3-minute rounds in our co-main event. The challenger, Brazil's Lucas Martins in the white trunks. The champion, Morocco's Oussama Assli in the black.
A lot of blood on the Rubet logo today.
A lot of blood and some tuna from Chef Boo at the opening of the show.
Oh, spinning hook kick. This heats up the gap.
Reach and height advantage for the champion. Martin's already backed up in a corner here, Plinio.
Martin's, even though he's corner, he's danger all the time, man. And one thing I'm going to tell you, if you want to be aggressive with him, he's going to be aggressive back with you.
Beautiful outside low kicks from Assli, stinging. Double jab into a cross.
The first 30, 40 seconds, Oussama has landed and also created hesitation in Lucas.
100%, and the way that he's doing, he's putting feints and putting straight punches there, very fast. Nice kick. You see Martin's put feint. Lucas got to put some feints over there to start getting in also because that range not all nice.
Ooh. A right hand from the champion might have Martin stunned.
Martin's had really committed to that shot, and when he got hit on the retraction.
Assli has 3 first-round KOs here in karate combat.
Long and elastic is Assli. He's built for this. Spinning back fist on the forearm. He eats a couple trying to grip the back of the head for the knee.
Martins stuck in the mud in the first minute and a half of this championship co-main event.
Oussama's showing a
lot
there.
He found the
Martins is down!
That's it!
And that's it!
Oussama Assli, the pride of Morocco, collects another first-round stoppage.
High kick with the block on and she got stopped.
2 kicks, 2 Moroccan bigs, and puts him down. He was showing so much with his hands, and I was just noticing he was showing feints, he was showing head movement. It was just trying to capture the imagination of his man on the 2 weapons by his face, and he threw 2 kicks instead.
Can you guys imagine how much power was behind the kick to be able to knock down Lucas like that, even with him with the hands up?
Yeah, it was just hit through the guard. The foot is a curved weapon, so he wrapped it around the guard and jarred the head. When we see the replay, if we see it a few seconds before the kicks, watch the hands. Fake with a hand, fake with a hand, fake with a hand, head position, fake touch, kick, shakes him, and one more. Touch, bang. And catches it on both wrists, but the concussive force transfers all the way through.
Oussama Assli has a PhD in TKOs. Just scintillating stoppage against a game-tested Brazilian in Lucas Martins.
Watch just all these feints, and he's got his man watching his hands. And then one foot, bang. And the other touch, measure, kick. And people say, get your hands up, but your hands aren't going to stop a baseball bat.
No,
and that shin is a baseball bat.
You cannot, I tell always my fighters, hands on the head doesn't mean they're going to be able to block a kick. You need both hands sideways to be able to block a kick.
What a victory for the welterweight champion, Oussama Assli, defending the belt with ease. Let's send it inside and make that stoppage official.
And winner by TKO in the first round, Oussama Assli, red corner.
Oussama Assli. It's one thing to win a world title. Tonight you defended it. 2 head kicks through the guard, jarring him almost unconscious. How does it feel standing here in this moment?
First of all, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Without God, I'm nothing. All this beautiful gold on my shoulders belongs to God. I'm nothing without him. And I want to dedicate this win to His Majesty, King Malikna Mohammed السادس نصره الله والوطن ديالي المغرب وود المغرب وبغيت نديديكي هاد الانتصار ديالي لكل مغربي في كاع بقاع العالم. شكرا لكم كاملين.
This is your moment, man. You express yourself as honestly as you want. Morocco has produced some brilliant martial arts world champions. How do you rate yourself in that legacy tonight?
Man, call the shots, believe in yourself, believe in the work you put in. I believe in the evidence above the affirmations. Work, and you're gonna get it, man. And on the other side, man, I'm inshallah, God willing, الماتش الجاي ديالي غادي يكون في كازابلانكا 14 November. Shout out to my boom Amin Mahdiya and his father with their support and their vision. Inshallah, we're gonna bring the big stage للمغرب inshallah. الدار البيضاء مركب محمد خامس, and we're gonna call it a massive big event. So I can give the opportunity لولاد بلادي المغرب انهم يشاركوا معايا في نفس الكارد. It's going to be a fucking huge, amazing event. I'm calling it 14 November. Do not miss it.
President Assam, is that true? Can we go to Morocco with this man?
My guy, this guy will main event our Morocco card. Guys, we're going to have a huge international card with this guy defending his title. One thing I want to say, this man's 2-time world champion. How old are you, Oussama?
24 by now.
24 years old, accomplishing 2-time world champion. I want to say this in front of everybody. Hey, a lot of people lose themselves when they become champion this young. A lot of people lose themselves. You're 24 years old. Don't let this get to you. You remember what you fight for, okay? Good job.
Conor McGregor, I just want to tell you, man, look what you did to a whole new generation. Everybody doesn't want a shot, only one bet. They want 2 bets on their shoulders. You inspired us, all of us, man. We really, really, really appreciate you. 2016, Conor McGregor, I appreciate you very much, and we are really blessed to have you in this sport.
One more announcement, guys. He announced our international events in Morocco. I want to announce 2 more international events in October. We got Azerbaijan, and we're back in Russia. And guys are defending their title on the biggest stages for huge crowds. 10,000-person arena for karate combat. Let's go, guys. Let's get it.
Congratulations, you're a wonderful young martial artist and you're not even at your peak yet. It's fantastic seeing you fight.
Pablo, don't forget about us, and life is so fucking beautiful. Let's go!
Your winner, Oussama Assli!
Oussama Assli defends the welterweight throne in our co-main event. And we get some breaking news, Plinio Cruz. Not only is Assli going to headline in Morocco in November, but Karate Combat also heading back to Yekaterinburg, Russia, and Azerbaijan in October, a month prior.
Azerbaijan and Mother Russia, man. Last time in Russia, we had a crazy night of fights over there, highest level. I'm looking forward to see it again.
Oh, yeah. 3 brilliant combat sports centers. And fighting is reflective of the culture. And in Russia, fighting is about masculinity. In Morocco, it is an art form. In Azerbaijan, it's an identity. And we get